All right, so everyone knows technology's been taking it on the chin, but you know, there's an area where it's actually done better than the overall market, and that's with reactions to earnings. That's right, when these names beat, the stocks have been going up. Unlike the rest of the market, these shares have gone much higher, and it's happening big time today, folks. Mongo, Chewy, Pure Storage, Asana, look at those moves, 19, 18, 20%. I know a cynic would say that's because they've been slammed, and believe me, they have been slammed, but an optimistic long-term tech investor, what would they say? Joining me now, IO Fund official technologies analyst Beth Kindig. And Beth, what do you glean from the reaction to these earnings, particularly in these last couple of weeks with these smaller tech names?
Yeah, Charles, tech is an exciting space, and the earnings season is extra exciting because we get to see what companies are taking more market share. This earnings season provided a small cohort of companies that were able to increase profitability while maintaining a healthy top line. So what an optimistic tech investor would say is that staying centered on finding the opportunities that are outperforming is how generational wealth is built, just staying really focused on finding the right opportunities.
All right. I'm glad to see you smile. It's okay. You can smile, okay? Yeah. That's allowed on this show. Hey, large tech names, though, have been getting hit this week on the strong dollar. It was Microsoft this morning. Salesforce yesterday. Is this an issue? Again, if you're a longer-term investor, do you kind of ignore this, assuming that it's temporary, or do you take different action?
We do not take different action. We really focus on product over unrelated macro issues in terms of real business performance over the long haul. With that said, we do track the dollar index, as it is often related to high beta and crypto.
I love the action in the chip sector. You know, it's one of my favorite sectors. When do you start to, I don't say assume that the supply chain is over, but, you know, model a resolution to the supply chain? Is it now?
I think it is now. We had actually published a note in April that we think it'll be in the second half of the year. The reason why is that we saw the biggest drop in private inventories during COVID, a $300 billion drop in private inventories, largest on record, and we saw the biggest rebound already in Q4 2021. However, as you know, semiconductors are very linked to automotive, and most automotive management teams are predicting a second half where supply constraints ease. So that is a big deal for the tech industry, and I would say overall, supply chains are really the primary story of the past 2 to 3 years. So when those ease, growth should be pretty healthy in the market.
Well, I understand congratulations are in order. I saw where your one-year returns were 11% versus a minus 24% for ARK, minus 3% for the Morgan Stanley Inception Fund. How do you do it? What is there? Are you more nimble than they are? Is it the stock selection? What are you doing that's different?
Yeah, as you know, Charles, investing is a marathon. We go through a rigorous audit for those results. And you know, our secret, I guess, last year was that we held very boring semiconductors during a year when buzzworthy SPACs were all the rage. We feel investing is not only boring, but that you have to be very patient. We fully agree with Warren Buffett that the market, you know, rewards those that are patient and penalizes those that are impatient. We too tend to be very agile, so we will trim Bitcoin at the top. We will layer back in at the bottom. We cut Teladoc entirely at the top. Those moves did help offset some of our drawdowns, but I would say we protect our leading allocations, and they tend to be very boring tech companies.
Tell you what, everything you just said was anything but boring. Thanks a lot, Beth. We learned a lot.
Thanks.
Congratulations. See you soon. All right, folks, gas prices keep hitting new records almost every day.